So now we move on to Bernie Sanders, right? And Bernie Sanders is disappointing on this issue because he has not spoke about it. He has not spoken about Julian Assange's arrest. Which leaves many going, why hasn't he spoken? Well, we know why he hasn't spoken. Because both the Republicans and the Democrats, well, I have a theory. Let me speak for myself. I feel that Bernie Sanders has not spoken about this issue because possibly he's weighing if he wants to, spin all his chips. See, frankly, Americans are dumb people. I'm in America, so, we're not dumb. It's just like a lot of us just believe what we're told. That's really what it is. We just believe our news. We think we're the good guys, and we believe that whatever Rachel Maddow says is true, or we believe that Anderson Cooper's telling us, shooting it straight, and we believe, oh, Joy Reid, oh, give me more Joy Reid, oh, a black woman just telling it like it is, oh, Van Jones, oh, Don Lemon, oh, Jake Tapper, great, Stephanopoulos, oh, these people are just giving us everything. They put so much on the line. Andrea Mitchell, oh, she risks so much. She does, Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough, oh, they risk their lives every day. Lies. You pay millions of dollars to mislead us. So I'm not going to say the American people are dumb. American people are food. Food, I tell you. And so many of us are trying so hard to keep the wolf outside the door, to keep the devil down in the hole, to keep the lights on, the car running, the kids out of jail, the kids off the street, the grandmas out the grave, all these things, the granddads out the hospital, like all these things that we're constantly trying to do. Keep the medication, able to afford it, and keep the job, and to find a new job, or to get a job, and get another job, the extra job, and the job on the side, and all the things we have to do. That we don't have the time to be investigative reporters, and we trust the wrong people. We trust the people that are paid millions, and we don't even question why are they paid millions. Jake Tapper is not a great actor. Why is Rachel Maddow paid more money than Samuel L. Jackson? If not for the fact that she is also an actor. We don't even question it. Why was Matt Lauer traveling to work every day in a helicopter? Brad Pitt doesn't have it as good. Why? News reporters used to be, like Greg Palast, hat on, you know what I'm saying? Scruffy coat, I'm going to tell you, look at the news on you. We're going to run a print, Johnson. Let's get this in there. Get that byline in there. Get this going on. Get that going on there. Go down there and interview him and get that information and let's run that. We're going to get this quote in. Oh, I need a quote from you, Sylvia. I need a quote. We're going to run it. They were poor. They had a ratty shirt, not great suit, just a regular suit, if a suit at all, run-down shoe leather worn, turned over, Oxfords, whatever, right? Not like they are now. They're rock stars, damn it, rock stars. Why are they rock stars? There are news people who make more than rappers and literal rock stars. And no one goes, why are they making more than a rock star? Why does Anderson Cooper make as much as Aerosmith? The mofo sits on his butt in a newsroom. All right, so back to Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders disappoints me because he didn't come out and say, but we know why. Because we have a lying media that has confused people. And look, here's the thing. It's one thing to have the Democrats believing nonsense, or liberals, liberal class, It's another thing to have the Republicans believe in it. It's another thing altogether when you got both sides believing it. That's what we have. We have some people on the far right, who support WikiLeaks, support Julian Assange, because they support freedom of the press. Some of those people. Then we have regular Republicans, right, who hate WikiLeaks. They've been wanting Julian Assange roasted on an open fire since the Bush days. All right? Since Bush, they've been waiting for this guy. They're not, you need to stop looking at Republicans as Trump supporters. They ain't the same thing, okay? Trump could have just ran as a Trump. He shouldn't even ran as a Republican, because he's not a Republican. But even a billionaire can't run. He has to run under one of these parties, because that's how it's set up. So anyway, the Republicans and the Democrats are selling this to their people. That Julian Assange and WikiLeaks are bad for the American people. That even though the Mueller report exonerates Donald Trump, they're saying it doesn't exonerate Julian Assange. So basically, Americans were robbed of millions of dollars to prosecute foreign, someone from Sweden, London, right? Julian Assange, basically. And about 20 Russians that'll never appear in court. And Papadopoulos, and Michael Cohen, and Michael Flynn. And that's basically what it is. So anyway, so that's why it's hard for, and look, I'm not giving him a pass on this at all. I would prefer for him to come out, and I believe over the weekend, Bernie Sanders will comment on Julian Assange. But let's not pretend that there is not a price to pay when, let's just say, 80% of Americans that are paying attention probably believe this crap. I mean, how many Americans believe that Russia stole our elections? Most of those people are going to believe that Julian Assange hacked the computer without any evidence presented at all. All they have to do is be told by Pompeo. All they have to do is be told by William Barr and be told by Rachel Maddow and Chris Matthews all at the same time. And they will believe it. You will not have to show them an inkling, a piece of evidence. You know, when there's a cop shooting, we want to see the footage. There are people who won't believe it until they say, well, even if you show them the footage, they say, well, what happened before you start showing footage? I need to know what happened before that. Well, when it comes to whatever our government says, or whatever Rachel Maddow says, or whatever one of these talking heads say on cable news, because that gives them credibility, they don't even ask for footage. They don't ask for footage. They don't ask for what happened before the footage. They don't ask for corroborating. Hell, half of the stories that have been printed in these major news networks and in these magazines, newspapers, were under, their sources were unnamed source. You know, if I walked into my room, in my living room, and a vase was broken, and I looked at my son, and I looked at my other son, and I said, who did it? And one of my sons said, an unknown source, an unnamed source has given me, you know, come on, I wouldn't even buy it. I'm like, what are you talking about, unnamed source? Who the hell broke the vase, son? Nobody with no TV, no games. Who broke the vase? Unnamed source. Get out of here with the unnamed source before I unname you. All right. So, but hey, you know, because we're Americans, we just believe whatever American cable news tells us. So yes, I'm disappointed with Bernie Sanders and him not speaking up. But like I stated, I believe that he will. If he goes on State of the Union, I can see Chuck Todd right now with that funky mustache and his beady little eyes going, Bernie Sanders, you know. Oh, Bernie, we gotta ask you, Bernie. You know, and he's gonna have to say something. So don't worry, it's gonna come up. This issue's not leaving. And he's not going to be able to say, I don't care about your bloody emails. Bernie's going to have to say something. I don't care about the Julian. You know, I got to say something. But let me be more serious. No other profession was mentioned in the Constitution other than freedom of the press. It's the one profession that an amendment is based on. And you know, those people who love to talk about, our Constitution, they pull it out all the time on you. Tell you, in our Constitution, I'm a strict constitutionalist. Well, freedom of the press, we should apply. We should apply freedom of the press in the First Amendment and err on the side of continuing a healthy freedom of the press. For the same reasons that my conservative friends say we need to, right to bear arms with the right to freedom of speech, right? Isn't that what they complain about on a daily basis about these social media platforms? Anyway, that's where we are. And in closing, I'd just like to say, Donald Trump, he used the word WikiLeaks often on the campaign trail. He kept saying it. WikiLeaks! Oh, I love the WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks. And now, and I always said, because we've been hearing about this sealed indictment for Julian Assange for months. It's not a new thing, right? And I always said, what are these people who say, well, I have to support Trump because I hate what the DNC did. But where do you draw a line if Donald Trump won't support Julian Assange? And don't get me twisted. Guys, I understand there's going to be a price to pay. I mean, Trump just went through 2.5 years of Russia fog, right? 2.5 years being dogged with this Russia stuff. So I'm pretty sure he's not willy-nilly like, I want to jump back into Russia fight business. I want to have to continue this debate. And someone said they believe at the end of this, all they want is to force Trump to try to pardon Julian. So they tied Julian Assange to Russia, and then Trump, if he pardons Julian Assange, they say, see, he's helping Russia. See, we told you. I don't know if that holds up. I mean, they tried everything on Trump when it comes to Russia, and nothing stuck. They tried everything. Believe me, they tried it all. Everything's been tried. So, but yes, I am disappointed as well in Trump. Hey, Trump, you might as well, come on, you use him to get elected. How can you say the name WikiLeaks 160 times? Some say 130, some say 160. In the month before your election, and then when it comes up in the news, you go, I don't know nothing about WikiLeaks. Well, I guess there are people that want to, pretend like that don't matter, but it matters to me that you that you now have a sudden memory loss. Are you fit to be president if you can't remember doing that? You don't remember all the speeches when you told people, the WikiLeaks came out today. Did you read the WikiLeaks? Like that was... You cannot separate Julian Assange from WikiLeaks. Can't say I support WikiLeaks, but I don't support Julian Assange. It's impossible. It's like saying, you support Dr. Dre, but you don't support his record company. He is his record company. He's the co-founder of the organization. So that's it, guys. 319-527-6212. Call up, let me know what you think. I believe that Tulsi Gabbard, her statements are truest. Her, Mike Gravel, Jill Stein, truest statements regarding Julian Assange. I don't believe that Obama has done anything great for whistleblowers. In fact, he has prosecuted more whistleblowers than any other president in history. This is not hard to find out. If I found it, anyone can find it. Get on your job, people. Let's not pretend No, we like people, but let's keep it 100. But also recognize it's a lion's den. If you want Tulsi Gabbard or Bernie Sanders, either one of these candidates, if you think they're good for the country, you must wrap your head around the fact that a lot of people, many, many voters, are not as diligent as you. Let's get off the idea that just because Tulsi Gabbard says it, that large amounts of Americans, independents, and Democrats are going to go out and vote for her because she said something positive about Julian Assange. In fact, Tulsi Gabbard never said Julian Assange in as much as she was defending freedom of speech and freedom of press. If you want her to have a chance, you need to realize that there's just so much she could say on the issue. You'll clap, but she'll lose. Okay? You want Bernie, we want Bernie, I want Bernie. Look, this is what I had to accept. This is reality. Like, it feels good to say, fight for it. But then you end up with Hillary. I mean, they might cheat anyway. You know, they could cheat. Right? But then you end up with, you know, Kamala Harris. Or you end up with, I don't know, you know, somebody, you know, Hickenlooper or Amy Klobuchar, you know? Oh, Bernie, tell him, Bernie. And then you go, oh, damn, how did Amy Klobuchar get the nomination? You know? Oh, because these people who don't do research, who don't watch Jimmy Dore, you know, Lee Camp or Tim Black or you know, or whatever, you know, or Abby Martin, you know, like these people watch Jake Tapper. And now they think that Bernie's Russian. And it won't take much, guys. That's all I'm saying. It won't take much. In fact, some of them probably are on the verge right now. You saw them smear Jill Stein. She went to a dinner in Moscow. A lot of politicians have been to a dinner in Moscow. But they say, oh, look, she works for the Kremlin. You saw how easy they do that. You saw what they did with Trump. They could do the same thing with Bernie. Same thing with Tulsi. So, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want people, because I know I'm going to get nailed. Tim, this is wrong. You can't say. I don't like it. I'm just telling you. I can no longer pretend not to know how dirty politics is. I can't even lie to myself and just go, if you just tell the truth, if you just stand up for what's right. Politicians do have to be smart, because not all the voters are. Can I say that one more time? Politicians do have to be smart and choose their battles, because not all their voters are smart. Get it?